What's up my peeps, time for a brand new episode of WWE Mayhem, and in today's episode, a couple things to talk about here, including the upcoming Money in the Bank event in Mayhem and likely the Money in the Bank update, because historically we've pretty much gotten an update for every single pay-per-view, not just the big ones, not just the Rumbles and WrestleManias, but also the smaller pay-per-views like the Fastlanes and such. And Money in the Bank, while not being one of the big four, I still consider it to be one of the bigger pay-per-views or one of the most important ones for the simple fact that you've got the Money in the Bank ladder match in there, and we get to find out who's going to hold on to those briefcases, who could potentially be the next WWE Champion or Universal Champion or, Women's Champion on SmackDown or Raw. But before I get to talking about the Money in the Bank update, I want to go over this interesting NXT event that we got today. So, yesterday when I was going over the event schedule, I was talking about this NXT event. It's, as of right now, the only event this week that requires a 3 or 4 star superstar. It's not open to all, it's not just open to, SmackDown or Raw superstars. It's 3 and 4 star only. So, it's a higher tier event, but what's interesting here is that while it is an event that requires 3 and 4 star superstars, it feels like an event for 1 and 2 star superstars. Here's what I mean by this. So if you check the target rating, because it's not just about, the requirements, but also the target rating, which determines basically the difficulty of an event. The harder an event is, the more rewards you should expect. The easier it is, the rewards will likely be, not as good. So in this case with the NXT event, at least when it was first announced, I'm pretty sure all of us were thinking it's going to be an event with a pretty high target rating, since it is 3 and 4 star only, but actually, the target rating is really low in this case. The target rating on Superstar, let me check here, it's like 400 or 450. It was 450, so the target rating was 450, and this is, once again, not a 1 or 2 star event, but a 3 and 4 star event. So while the requirements for it are high, which might lead you to believe that it'll be a tougher event, it's actually a really easy event. And the target rating here is actually lower than the other 1 star event going on right now, the Overdrive Power Punch. That on Superstar has a target rating of 500. Now, yes, the total matches for that one is a lot lower. It's 3 matches instead of 9, so 3 times less matches. But still, it is interesting that the target rating for a 1 star event at the moment is higher than this 3 and 4 star one. So people have, already complained about the rewards for the NXT event, saying that they're pretty low. And if this was a typical 3 and 4 star event, I'd likely agree with that. But while this is, once again, a higher tier event, the target rating is really small. So it's a really easy event. So although people are complaining about the rewards, I'd say don't just check the requirements, but also check the target rating, which in this case is really low. So the rewards that we're getting here for this difficulty, I'd say are fine. But I will say this, it is a bit disappointing that they chose to make the, as of right now, the only 3 and 4 star event this week, an event with such low target ratings, so the rewards aren't as great. They aren't, as high. So yeah, that I feel is disappointing. Hopefully, maybe we get a surprise, 3 or 4 star event during the weekend or something like that. I know there's the AJ Styles Open Challenge coming up, but if we check the event schedule there, it didn't say it was a 3 or 4 star event. It just said AJ Styles Open Challenge. But then again, during Wildcard Week when we had the Earn Kane event, when we first saw it in the event schedule, it didn't say that it would require wildcard superstars, but when the event actually showed up, you definitely could only play with some wildcards. So maybe in the case of the AJ Styles Open Challenge, it's a 4 star event, maybe, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. But anyways, enough talk about NXT, let's talk about the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the Money in the Bank show. With that coming up, the event is coming up in the game, and with the event coming up, that there's a very good chance that we're going to get an update, a Money in the Bank update before the actual Money in the Bank event, just like we did for Backlash, Fastlane, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, you name the pay-per-view. For most of the pay-per-views, we've gotten an update, and I definitely think Money in the Bank is a big enough pay-per-view to get an update before the actual event, adding in some brand new stuff. We know that with every single update, we're getting brand new superstars, so that is, something that's pretty much confirmed. They said it themselves. And if we're talking about brand new superstars with a brand new update, especially in the case of Money in the Bank where it features a ladder match, I think a high flyer would be fitting. And yesterday we talked about, this possible new legendary high flying superstar being added in the game. I think this would be the right time to add him into the game. I mean, come on, ladder match, high flyer, it's a perfect match. It could be Eddie, could be Rey Mysterio. Both of them qualify as legends with quick strikes, but like I said before, I think it's Eddie. Although I've seen the comments, and I've seen some people also mention that they think it's Rey Mysterio. And hey, it could be Rey, but I'm gonna stick with Eddie. Now, another possible superstar that I think we can see in the Money in the Bank update is Bobby Lashley, because once again, he's competing at Money in the Bank. He's in a match against Sami Zayn, but he's not in the game, while as the other superstars that are competing are all pretty much in the game, except of course for the women's division. But that's a bigger thing, so I'm not counting them as being added into the Money in the Bank update. I think something like that would be announced beforehand. So, yeah, I think Bobby Lashley is another possible superstar. He's not a high flyer, but he's on the current roster. He was on Backlash, or on the Backlash card, and now he's on the Money in the Bank card, but he's still not yet in the game. So maybe we see him with the Money in the Bank updates. Now, superstars aside, really the main thing I want to talk about is the possibility of a Money in the Bank ladder match, or just a ladder match period being added into the game. I definitely think it's possible. I mean, after all, currently we've got Shane McMahon climbing up a structure for one of his finishers, climbing up a structure that kind of looks like a ladder. I mean, it's not a ladder, but it's still him climbing up a structure and then jumping off. I think if they could do that type of animation in the game, I definitely think they could make an animation where you see your superstar climbing up the ladder and grabbing a briefcase or a loot case. And speaking of what's at the top of that ladder, I've been thinking recently, if they add in a ladder match, I've been thinking about the prizes, what would be at the top of that ladder, a loot case or a Money in the Bank briefcase, and what you could do with that briefcase. And I think I came up with some pretty good ideas. So option number one would be an actual Money in the Bank briefcase, and it would pretty much act just like the Money in the Bank briefcase in real life. So in real life on WWE TV, whenever of course somebody wins Money in the Bank, they can cash that in on the champion whenever they want. They don't have to go through a number one contendership match or any other matches. They go straight into a championship match against the champion whenever they cash that in, of course. So what they could do in the Money in the Bank event is when you go ahead and win or complete the Money in the Bank event and get that briefcase, it's an actual item in the game, and it allows you to go ahead and skip any event of your choice. Skip all the opponents before the champion and go straight into the championship match right away. So you don't have to go through all the other matches. You go straight into that last match, that title match, and that's it. Like in real life, you cash that in against the champion right away, whenever you want, wherever you want. So in this case, it would be in whichever event you want, at whichever point in time you want. And if they want, they could put like a 1-year time limit, like you've got to cash it in within a year, just like on WWE TV. Although I don't think anybody would hold on to it for that long. And I think that would be the best possible option. I mean, think about it. You'd have that briefcase, let's say at one point in time, you've got this one event, and there's just like a couple minutes remaining. You didn't have too much time to go through the event, so you don't have much time left before the event disappears. You could go ahead and use that briefcase, you skip all the other matches and go straight to the championship match, so you can complete the event a lot quicker. Or, in another case, maybe the event is really difficult. So like, yo, this is a really tough event. I'm gonna go ahead, use this Money in the Bank briefcase so I can skip all the other opponents and just go straight into that last championship match and win that and complete the event that way. I think it'd make the Money in the Bank event something that a lot of people are looking forward to, just to get that Money in the Bank briefcase item in the game and use it on an event in the future. And option number two, this one's gonna sound like really simple because it is compared to the first one, is that prize at the very top of the ladder is simply a loot case. Like a straight up loot case, not some keys, just a loot case, and that is the same loot case that you get to open up in the loot section of the game. It'd be a Money in the Bank briefcase with, some superstars in there, some specific, some superstars that won the Money in the Bank ladder match in the past. So yeah, those are the two options that I thought of. I know somebody on the community page a while back posted up like a long post about his ideas for a ladder match and I think how that would work. I didn't go ahead and read that thread because it was a too long did not read situation. It was a long post, alright? So I didn't read that. Hopefully the ideas that I shared here weren't the same that he shared. If it is, trust me, it's just a coincidence. Now, if you want to talk about how it would work, I'd say they could do it just like the Rumble match or the Elimination Chamber match, where you gather enough energy to get an option to climb the ladder. And what they could do is, if the opponent has a lot of health left, then he has a higher chance of knocking you off that ladder. If they don't have any health, then you automatically climb up that ladder and grab that loot case and win. Also, since it is a ladder match, it'd be cool to see some ladder attacks. You know, attacks using the ladder, whether you're hitting them with the ladder or slamming them onto the ladder or whatever. Since it is a ladder match, I'd like to see that as well. And also, since we are getting a last man standing match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura at Money in the Bank, maybe that's another possible match that we could see. And actually, speaking of that, the Mayhem Facebook page recently posted up a status about last man standing matches, basically posting WWE's top 10 last man standing match video that they recently uploaded. But between the ladder match and the last man standing match, I'd rather have the ladder match. But now, it's loot time. Let's go ahead and open up these loot cases. Got 34 loot cases to open up. We're going to go ahead and do the open all method. I've got a skills loot case, overdrive, rank up, 4-hour daily versus event, 2-star, 3-star, actually 2 2-stars, 3 3-stars, 2 premiums, and a SmackDown loot case. Alright, let's go. Let's open all this up, and we're going to go open, what, 10? Open what? How many? Yeah, open 10. Let's go. Open 10. What are we going to get in the first batch? Alright, so some terrible stuff. I'm hoping these are the 2 2-star loot cases, because we got 2-star Mankind, 2-star Batista. Not too great, but I like that 325 3-star keys there. Maybe that gives us an extra 3-star loot case. Okay, so let's skip ahead here. Of course, we're getting some extra 3-star loot cases here from these overdrives. And let's go. Open 10 once again. And we're going to get some more 2-stars. Okay, so Uso and Randy. I'm pretty sure one of those is from the SmackDown loot case. And we got 150 3-star keys, some tier 2 dumbbells. Who cares about those? And what do we have left here? Let's skip ahead. I know I've got, you know, the 3-star loot cases left because we don't have a 3-star yet. Okay, so we got the skills, the overdrive, rank up versus. We got the 3-star. Oh, so the SmackDown case is still here. Alright, so open 10 once again. Come on. We're gonna get 3-star Kane. Overdrive. So, alright, 54-star keys. Oh, hold on a second. Overdrive, 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 overdrive. Is that enough for a 4-star loot case? If it's not, it's definitely gonna get me really, really close to that 4-star loot case, like less than 25 or less than 50 keys away. So all of these guys are gonna go into overdrive right now. So let's go ahead and we got 3 loot cases remaining. Okay, Samoa Joe, level 8. That's a lot of overdrives for Joe. Elias, level 4. Yeah, give me those 54-star keys, man. We're adding up the keys, and if we're not opening up a 4-star loot case, actually, if I do get the 4-star loot case, I'll likely open it up in the next episode. So let's see here if we're even gonna get it. I think so. Oh, we got it. We got the 4-star loot case. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna open up these loot cases here, the skills and the rank up loot case, the manual way. And we're going to save that 4-star loot case for the next episode. So this is, it's orange, so okay, high flyers. Alright, this could work on AJ, but I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to bother putting it on AJ. Actually, I might. We'll see. And let's hope for a tier 4 brawler weight. I need a tier 4 brawler weight, man, or powerhouse weight. Once again, it gives me what I don't need. I don't need this. I don't want this. And yeah, that's going to be it for the loot opening. But hey, the good news is, I got a 4-star loot case now, so next episode, stay tuned for that. It's going to be a 4-star loot opening. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, click the like button down below. And with that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.